Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Cassie, and today we have a special guest with us here whom we are going to chit chat with today. I'm going to leave her for her to introduce herself to us so that we will know whom we are going to talk to today. However, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do want to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and also share it as well. Hi, Felicitas.
Hi.
How are you
So
doing?
I'm doing okay, and you?
I'm fine. You're welcome to my channel.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
so tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is Felicitas. I study cybersecurity and privacy at the University of Applied Sciences
Okay,
at St. Augustine, and I'm in my second semester. I've been in Germany for a year and a half now.
okay,
Mm, Yeah, so
that's it.
that's it.
Okay, so how long have you been studying this program for, or how long is it for?
I started in October last year.
In
So,
October last year.
yeah,
Okay, that's okay. So like that was your first semester, if I may
yeah, that
ask.
was my yeah, that was my first semester.
How is it so far?
So far, it's okay, but at the beginning, it was really challenging for me because of the language, obviously.
Okay.
But now it's okay because I've gotten adapted to the way the Germans speak, and yeah, it's fine so far, I can say.
Okay, let's relax. Take us through step by step on how you got there, because I'm interested in knowing that. First of all,
Yeah.
I'd like to ask, you said you've been here for 1.5 years. So what were you doing before you started this course?
So before I started this course, I was studying applied biology, still at the
Okay.
University of Applied Sciences in Rheinbach.
Okay.
But later on, I discovered my biology wasn't my thing, obviously, and I decided to switch to what I'm studying now. And yeah,
Where are you from anyway?
I'm from Cameroon.
So you are doing your bachelor's here currently.
Yeah, I'm doing my bachelor's here.
When you wanted to move from Cameroon, you wanted the biology or you just wanted to use that as a means to get to Germany?
Well, my first choice was actually the cybersecurity. So
Okay.
biology was plan B because I
Okay.
got a conditional admission into the cybersecurity course, but the only problem was the C1 certificate that was left for me to submit. But now the problem is I wrote the exam and I failed while I was in Cameroon here. And they told me they couldn't give me another chance or give me more time for me to retake these exams
Okay.
and get into the course. Yeah. So I had to go with applied biology since my interview was around the corner at that point.
Was the language a requirement when you were applying for this?
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
okay. Okay. That is up to C1.
Yeah, up to C1.
So you learned the language way back in Cameroon, if I may
Yes,
ask.
yes,
Ah,
exactly.
okay. Till when? Till B2 or what?
Till C1 actually, then I took the C1 exams, but I failed. Then my interview was around the corner, so I had no other choice but to go with the applied biology since I already had it at hand at that moment.
Then you're fluent in it, I guess.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, now take us to your system when you got here. How was it?
When I got to Germany, it was quite easy for me to integrate because I actually knew the language. The only problem I faced was that their education system was quite different from us in Cameroon, and the whole the platforms they use and everything. So it was so strange to me, and then I also faced a lot of challenges because I came a month later when school had already started. So it
Oh,
was overwhelming for me.
okay. How was your accommodation issues sorted?
So
Or
I
you had
was
already booked before coming?
no, I have family. I have
Ah, that's
family.
good. I'm not sure you've really. like go through a lot. I mean, it's good when you have family around,
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. Like
It's
it,
good when
it's
you have family around.
I would
Okay.
say I was really blessed because they helped me with a lot of things. They explained a lot of things to me because if I was left alone, like if I came to Germany without knowing anybody, I would have really, really felt down. I would have been depressed even because it was
Yeah.
way a lot for me. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so let's get back to the biology side as well.
Yeah.
Since it was the only option, that is why you chose it, and then you
Yeah.
came. Um, Someone from Cameroon might be watching you, and we would want to know the things that you put up together to apply for your school. Just like a brief thing for us to know
Okay.
the requirements.
So the requirements normally there's this online form that you have to fill. So
Okay.
I think that's the first document. So you have to fill it up, and then the next one is your admission letter from this university.
Okay.
Admission and enrollment because you
Yeah.
have to also enroll, and then you also need insurance, and then
Okay.
proof of finance. That's a block account. If you're going with that option, then there's another option of someone doing an affidavit of support for you.
Yeah.
So that and your curriculum vitae, your education your certificates, your school certificates. Like us Cameroonians, you have the ordinary level certificates, the advanced level certificates, and then if you attended, because normally Cameroonians, I think it's compulsory for you to attend German classes, even if you're going to study in English. I think right up to a B1, it's
Okay.
compulsory. So they'll need to see your B1 certificate and certificates of any other activities you carried on, maybe while
Okay.
you're still waiting or after your advanced levels.
Oh, okay. Biology, how was the transition from biology to cybersecurity? How was it for you?
Well, it wasn't, I won't say it was really challenging because cybersecurity is more of like maths.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually love dealing with figures. Like maths is my favorite subject actually. So
Okay.
biology was tiring. It was too much because he has to
It's
do with a
more
lot of
reading.
reading. Exactly,
Yeah.
a lot of reading. And then there were days where when we will spend 8 days, 8 hours, sorry, in the lab, and I was so overwhelmed. Like, what is this? Like, because back home where I come from, Cameroon, we don't spend that long. Like, I think just highest 3 hours in the lab, and I'm spending 8 hours. I was like, it was so shocking to me. So, but the transition it didn't really affect me, I would say, because yeah, even though
Okay.
there's no relationship between the two courses, but I find cybersecurity way better.
Oh, that's great. How long is your course?
6 semesters.
Okay. That's like 3 years.
That's like 3 years, yeah, 3 years.
Okay. That's okay. I mean, very soon you'll be rich, so I understand. So that's where the IT is where the money is. So yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I'm not the first person saying this. So whenever I say I'm studying cybersecurity, everybody's like, "Oh, like so in some few years to come, we'll be
You'll
spending
be
the money." I'm
rich.
like, "Okay."
Well, that's the honest
I'm like,
truth. That's where
"Okay."
the money is. So I mean, tech is where the money is actually. Okay, that's okay. So how is your typical day like as a cybersecurity international student here in Germany?
Well, okay, so I wake up in the morning, I do one or two chores, rush to get the bus because I live quite far, like let me say 45, 28 minutes from the main bus station. So I have to take the bus to the main bus station, then take now the tram from there to
Okay.
St. Augustine. So get to school, have maybe one or two classes, then break in between, try to get some lunch from the school cafeteria or something. And later on, I think the latest is 3 p.m. I'm done with classes. So at the end of the day, like when I'm done with classes, sometimes I rush to go to work, come back late in the evenings, maybe 11, try to do one or two assignments, go back to bed, have to get up early the next morning, and that's the routine.
Do you work in Germany?
I work in Germany. I work in Germany. I
So
work
I
I
have to
work in
ask because the
Germany.
way you are mentioning your schedule, I'm wondering how you are combining both academics and work. I know
And
how tedious it is. So how are you
yeah.
combining both?
Well, I would say it's all about time management, to be
Okay.
honest. Because like with my course, there are some courses that they give you exercises like weekly for you to submit the
Mhm.
next week. So you just have to prioritize like, okay, which deadline is closer? What do
Yeah.
I have to do? What is urgent at the moment? So that's how I prioritize things. Like I look at my assignments. Okay, if maybe I'm to submit this tomorrow, I struggle as much as possible. If I come back at 11, I'm tired with sleep in my eyes. I struggle to finish those assignments and submit them. Then now, yeah, go to work. But I don't work every day. That's a good part of it. So mostly probably in the Fridays, Saturdays. It also depends sometimes within the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But why did you choose Germany?
Why did I choose? Well, one thing with Germany is that if you want to look at their fees, it's like we're studying for free actually, compared to
Mm-hmm.
other EU countries and other countries. So that was like the main reason. And also their health sector, it's really good. Really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah. I think those two things
Those
were.
two things. Okay. When it comes to payment, how do you pay your fees? How do you fund it?
How do I fund it? So before I
Yeah.
came to Germany, like I said, I've been in Germany for a year and a half. So before coming, my parents deposited some money in a blocked account. So monthly, I
Okay.
was receiving it before I actually got a job. So my job is like it's not, how should I say it? It's just to support me. So
Mm-hmm.
after a year, because they gave me a 1 year visa. So after
Yeah.
the 1 year visa, I had to go to the international office and say, okay, this is my transcript so far. This is how school has been going. They asked me a few questions and I replied. And they extended. But normally, before going there, you still have to show proof of finance.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
okay. I deposited my bank statement and also my like proof of salary.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
They asked for
okay.
all that.
I just have to, they didn't ask, they asked for proof of finance. So I had money in my account and I showed, to just show that, okay, I can sustain my stay in Germany.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just decided to attach my proof of salary together with my bank statement. So the lady was like, okay, yeah, you have enough money to carry you till, so they gave me 2 more years and yeah.
Okay. That's cool for you. And as a cybersecurity lady, I don't know whether you have ladies who are also into the same field in your class.
Yeah, they
Do you
are.
have?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
okay.
Mm.
How is it like being a lady and then being in that cyber world?
Well, the truth is, sometimes I always feel like they underestimate us, the ladies in the course generally.
Okay.
But I feel like it feels good actually to be doing the same thing that men do, and for
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they consider it as a course where very few ladies, or they said they were even surprised by the number of ladies who applied this year, because last year they were at, I think, like three ladies doing the course, so they were really surprised
Okay.
and shocked. So they said it's encouraging to see that ladies are getting into tech and into these fields where they were not really active in those days. So yeah, it feels good.
Oh. Okay, that's great. And you being in that field, which of them interest you most? Is it the cloud security type or the ethical
Oh,
hacking or what?
yeah, the
Which
ethical.
where is your interest? What does your interest lie? Is it the ethical hacking?
Yeah, the ethical part of it is very interesting. It is.
Okay. I can see someone is about to hack us.
It's it's very interesting. Like
Oh,
especially I think like last semester we had this course, data protection and IT rights. So he was talking about the rights in the EU. Like I think that was my favorite course because I learned a lot that I never knew, like, oh okay, if this something of this sort happens, this rights protect you, you know. It was just so fascinating to know that okay. I was so excited because I love when I learn new things and it's applicable. I'm like, okay, I understand why when I go to the bank like this, they say some kind of things like data protection. I'm like, oh, okay, I now get it. So it was really nice.
I mean, I love the fact that you're enjoying the course. It's
Yeah,
nice when you understand something and you're doing it in that field.
yeah, I did.
Let's come to our general life here as well. Any cultural shock so far in Germany?
Cultural shocks. Well, I think one day I was invited for a birthday party. And then, no, I obviously knew that normally abroad, when you're invited for a party, you should obviously know that the bill will be split. Like if someone invites you, okay, it's my birthday, we're going to this restaurant, just hold your money because you're going to pay for your bill. I knew that way before coming, but I was surprised. Like, obviously, I got something. I got her, I think I got her, yeah, I got her a present. But normally, it's good that if maybe you guys are going, you are going to a restaurant or yeah, mostly a restaurant. So it's good probably for you to bring a wine or a champagne. It just
Mm-hmm.
shows that okay, you know, the gift should rhyme with the occasion, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So far, yeah. I think that was the only thing because the other people brought pastries, they brought some bakeries and I bought something. I think I got her a perfume. So I was like, okay, like, why is everybody bringing something edible? Like, so it was somebody that said, oh, it's just their way. If you're invited to go to a restaurant, you bring something edible. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, okay. I've learned something. Yeah, so
And how do you see German so far?
Germans, I'll say they are very funny set of people. And they are very, yeah, I would say it because I work with Germans.
Okay.
And I would say they don't have the best sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
They easily feel attacked.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sometimes they are direct, straight to the point, which I find sometimes annoying because there are some things you should know that okay, you're not supposed to say it like this. You should look for, a
A nice
softer way of
way.
saying, a nice way of saying things to people, but I
Yeah.
think they don't get that. And Germans, sometimes I would say, uh, they get into friendships for the benefits. My opinion, because well, I've had like a couple of should I say friends, let me say acquaintances who I'm fine with people coming to me if they need something, you understand, but don't make it obvious like that's the
The
reason why
reason
I'm
why.
friends with you. Yeah. And a lot of them have shown that to me like, okay, I'm coming to you because I need one or two things from you, which I don't find nice at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Wait, so comparing um Cameroon education system and
Mm-hmm.
Germany education system, both what's your view on that?
Well, I would say the Cameroon education system is quite stressful. It will stress you up badly.
Mm,
Yeah, it is. But the German educational system, it's so I wouldn't say it's easy, but they make things easy for you, you understand? Like this
yeah.
course I'm doing, in Germany, yeah, it's not compulsory for you to take all your exams at once.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can go to the next semester, you can do other courses, but here in Cameroon, it's compulsory for you to take all your exams before you're allowed
Wow.
to go to the next semester. So it's quite stressful. And then it's not the education system here in Cameroon, it's not organized, I would say, like in Germany.
Okay.
Because like in Germany, you would hardly see a professor just waking up and taking decisions on their own without seeking consent from their fellow students. It doesn't work like that. But in Cameroon, you will just see a professor will just wake up and say, "Oh, the class tomorrow is cancelled. We'll have a class on Thursday." They don't care if maybe you have work out, you have life out of school, or you have other things doing. But in Germany, you see a professor will maybe do a poll. You guys should vote like which day is convenient for you guys. Those are the kind of things I find good. And then, like in Germany, I think so. Last semester, I had a course that the lecturer was recording his classes and uploading online. So I found out to me it's very nice because what if I didn't understand something, or maybe the class was lousy or loud while he was teaching, I didn't get some things.
Yeah.
So it gives me the opportunity to go back and rewatch these videos, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I missed while I was in class, you understand? So to me, I find the education system way better.
Okay. That's great to know. And how much do you pay a semester or you pay a year? How is your school fees like?
In Cameroon or Germany?
No, here in Germany.
Okay, in Germany, so per semester, I think the last time I paid 315 euros. Yeah,
Okay. That's
a
that's
semester
that's
thing.
cool. So you guys literally pay like we the master students because it's like
Mm,
almost the same. Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I also paid I think 300 and around 315 thereabouts.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. And so far what future holds for you after school?
So after my bachelor's, I want to do a master's
You don't want to
in.
work before.
No, I just want to do my master's. I just
Oh,
want
okay.
because
You just want to
because
finish all your school things, right?
let me just finish because there's this
Uh,
saying that once you start touching money, for you to go back to school.
ah, okay. I guess it. I guess it.
Yeah, so when I am done with my master's, then yeah, I get full-time job.
That's okay. Do you regret switching from biology to cyber?
I don't regret.
You don't
I don't
regret.
regret. No, not at all.
That's okay.
I don't.
How did your family react when you told them you wanted to switch from biology to cyber?
It was my mom was actually okay with it because, well, from the beginning, from the start, I actually wanted to do medicine. I didn't mention that. So,
Okay.
well, actually, like medicine was actually my first choice before cybersecurity, but I got rejected. I didn't get an admission for medicine because I didn't have the C1. Because that's why one of the reasons they mentioned for the refusal. So when I got to Germany, I said, okay, but my uncle was like, this cybersecurity is actually a good course. So I went online, I did my researches, I found the course interest. I was like, okay, maybe this is God's own way of saying that this medicine is not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said, okay, I will consider the cybersecurity. So when I got to Germany, I started doing this biology. It just opened my eyes to a lot of things that this biology, this medical field was really not for me actually, because some things it would stress me up. I'm like, but if this thing was for me like this, everything, like there was a point that now I was so tired, like not only physical fatigue, oh, like mentally I was exhausted. I called my mom one day, I cried, I told her that I'm not sure I'll be able to continue with this course because it's really draining, it's tiring, I will not lie. So she said, well, if then I prayed to God on several occasions that God, if this biology is not for me, give me signs. And he actually gave me signs. Like I saw he showed me a lot of things that I was like, okay. So I just decided to switch. So when I told my dad, because all this while my dad was hoping that I would actually do medicine. So when I told my dad that I'm not
He
going
was
to do
gonna
the
shout to
medicine
be a
again,
doctor. Oh,
no, like I could see his mood changed. I say his mood changed.
yeah.
I was like, okay. So he was like, but anyways, if that's what you have chosen, I will not force you, It's your life and I'm here to always support you, whatever decision you take. But
Oh,
I hope you've really thought about it well for you to take this path. I told him that yeah, I've thought about it. I have thought about it and I've prayed about it. So okay, if that's what you have chosen, then it's fine by me, even though he was still heartbroken.
oh. Don't worry.
Yeah.
When you're done, your dad will be so proud that you chose cyber too. It's not
Yeah,
always medicine. Every parent wants their child to be a doctor. It's normally in
exactly.
African homes, so I understand. But
Yeah.
he'll be
So
proud of you when you're done. Oh, and rate Germany over 10.
Germany over 10.
Mm-hmm.
Or what aspect? What aspect
You
actually?
know, in terms of weather, in terms of food, in terms of the people, in terms of work, everything.
Well, I would say an 8.
Hey, first time hearing someone rate Germany so high.
Really?
First time someone rated and it said zero, negative.
Oh my god.
It was that terrible. And I agreed with that person.
Oh.
First time hearing someone give that max. Okay.
8,
That's
yeah.
that's good to know. So you like their food, everything?
Well, their food isn't bad that way. I've tasted some. I won't say
Okay.
it's not the best, but it's manageable.
Oh, okay. That's that's
Yeah.
that's that's okay. What advice would you give to someone watching you?
So I would say that as much as it's good to listen to our parents, but if you know that if they tell you that okay, do this course, if you go and you see that the course is more than you, my brothers and sisters, take your 2 legs and run. Because you're the one doing the course at the end of the day. Like it's your
Yes,
life.
it's true.
It's your life. So in as much I'm not saying you should give up when things get tough. You should
Mm-hmm.
push, you should struggle, put in a lot of efforts. But if you see that your efforts are not yielding anything, just know that maybe that course is not for you. It's really not for you because the more you stress, you just discover that nothing goes right, even your social life, because once you're stressed educationally and if you're still stressed financially, just know that that nothing will go well. Nothing will seem right in your life in that journey because you'll be so
Yeah.
stressed. Yeah. So if you notice that this course things are not moving, I would prefer that you should take your time, look at other courses, do your research, talk to a lot of people because I spoke to a lot of people before taking my decision. Like, okay, this is what I want to do. So talk to a lot of people, talk to people who you know that can give you the right advice
Yes.
and who have
Yes.
something to offer. Yes, exactly. Because you will not go and talk to somebody who has no knowledge about the course you want to do. And at the end of the day, talk to God because He's the person who knows who wants the best for you and He knows what is good for you. So, and
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, you make your decision, and even if things get hard after that, stand your ground, put in all your efforts. don't feel intimidated, because Germans have
Okay.
their way of intimidating you,
Mm-hmm.
but don't feel intimidated. Always, in fact, believe in yourself, because at a point in time, I felt like while doing cybersecurity, I felt like I was being intimidated. I felt like my color was trying to play a role in the way the were in the way things were going in class. And I stood my ground and said,
Why were you
no,
the only black girl?
I'm the only black.
Ah, I get
I'm the
it.
only
Okay.
black. So I stood my ground. I said, no, things are not supposed to be like this. Things are not supposed to be like this. I struggle as much. If they ask questions, I always struggle to participate in class. If I don't understand something, I don't shy away. I put up my hands, ask the questions, even though they have a problem with maybe my accent, but I
Mm-hmm.
always struggle to ask my questions to clarify things, because you're the one paying the fees. At the end of the day, those are your results. At the end of the day, if you want to get into a job market, the competition, you have to be way above these people in order to get a position. So you have to take your education very seriously. I know that things can be stressful. You have to work, you have bills to pay, but don't work and pay the bills and forget school, because that is the reason why you are in Germany. I would always say it. Prioritize your education and the other things should follow. Yeah.
Oh, that was so nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. So basically, these are all the questions I have for you today. We just
Okay.
wanted to know your story and how you came about and how you started your cyber. And I'm glad you shared it with us. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome. It was a
you.
pleasure.
Okay, so guys, so if you haven't yet subscribed, please do us hit the subscribe button. We just want to say thank you to Felicitas for coming on our show. We appreciate you very much. And thank you for sharing your story with us also. Please do what to drop any comment or share your views on whatever you think. Or if you need any answers or guide, please drop it in the comment section. We'll be there to answer all your questions for you. Thank you so much and see you in my next video.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.